Right, hello YouTube. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. In the last episode, we did a big tourist mission where we took some, I believe it was 3 tourists out to both the moon and then out to Minmus, or I think the other way around. And we also finally got the investor tour. So we have completed that. We have our contract to build the Space Hotel at long last. Now, Space Hotel will pay us 600,000 for its completion, which is pretty good, but will probably, for the most part, just cover construction costs because it has to be quite substantial. It needs a 50-man crew and it needs to go up to 350,000 plus meters. Pretty high. So that will probably just cover construction costs more than anything, but we will get some other contracts to relay people back and forth. It will pay money. So we're going to start construction. We need to have 20,000 electric units across the whole craft at least. We'll check what our current best batteries are, which I believe are the universal storage ones. But what I'm thinking today is that we shall build the core of the station and we'll dock like standardized crew module tubes basically onto it, whereas the core will have the control systems on it and whatnot. So, like I said, we'll start with the universal storage batteries because I want to see how much we get from these. Yeah, as I thought, they're our best bet. If we go up to the quad mount ones, the big ones, 2,000. If we need 20,000, we would need 10 of these. So, I think we might put the whole electrical system basically on one, and then the others will have small batteries for their orbital maneuvers. So what we will do, we will take the 1.5 meter 5 core ones. I'll just double check we do have some actual 1.5 meter parts, but I believe that is the sort of mid-sized range ones like these. No, it's an awkward size. Okay. Not quite sure if we have any 1.5. 2.5 would be fine. Isn't there a hexagonal one? There we go, the 1.875. That's the size we're building at. Oh, I guess that goes to 1.5? Interesting. Right, either way, we want the... Oh, where is it? Is there not a 1.85 ferric? Really? Really? There isn't one? Oh, okay. There's these, I guess, at least. Okay, I guess that'll do it. We'll have to use that, but that's fine. Right, so... we need you to be 4 height. Crew transfer... Oh, we can change what's in the middle of it. Fuel tank, monoprop, xenon. Xenon's probably wrong for that. Crew tube. Are we going to need transfer crew? Yeah, we're probably going to need transfer crew through, so we'll have the crew tube. We should get 6 batteries in this. So I might have to do the math a little bit on the electricity, because I'm not quite sure how much we'll get in that. 6 times 2,000? Is that right? Oh god, brain. 5 times 2,000 would be 10. 12,000, so 2 of these. Yeah, 2 of these would do it. That will provide the power for the station. Like I say, I don't know whether we're going to be able to pay off the construction cost of the station from the contract alone, because it is going to be substantial. It is going to need a few launches. Although this, in theory, will be the most expensive part. Most of the rest of it will just be crew pods. We set the height on it. Wedge bracket payload bay. This is too small. I hadn't even thought of that. This might have to be exposed to space partially, I think, because I don't know that we have a thing large enough. For some reason, we don't have a 1.85 meter straight one. We only have the curved. Okay. So that's our power plant. We'll then probably want, at the far end, this will be the top. This would be the sort of docking node where it connects to everything. We don't have a dedicated adapter yet, so what we'll do, we'll have a pressurized crew tube. Maybe not that one. Oh, size. Size. Okay, that looks about right. Surface white, or metal maybe? Metal's kind of interesting looking. We'll go for metal for the station. Sort of yellow metal ones. Right. On this, we need to have at least 4 docking ports. I think what we'll do is we'll use the 4 radial attachment points. merge those into that. Metal. Metal. There we go. And then these will have our docking ports on them. We'll actually have a fifth one that will be inline for potential future expansion. Actually, will we? No, it doesn't look quite right. Oh, no, yeah, we will, but we will, we'll cap it off. There we go. Okay. Oh, we also need to give it a name. So I'm thinking about it. Actually, no. SS Space Station 001. We could name for a hotel. California. I don't particularly know the song, but no, you know what? California. We're going to spell it wrong deliberately and forever annoy people in the comments potentially, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to watch you all be annoyed at. Right. So we also need 4 antennas, and we might as well install a lot of the basics into the core and then add the rest of it on the additional sections. So we'll have 6. We'll go beyond their measly recommendations. And also, have a few more backups. Right. Now, the only thing we haven't got yet on this is an actual control core of some kind. But we will actually have some manned ability on this one. To save weight at the moment, we will not be building in a crew return system just yet. That will be later. We'll probably design a separate craft for that, if anything, for bringing crew back. But this will be the actual station core. The far end of the station away from everything else. And that has a capacity of, because we need a 50-man capacity. I don't know that we actually need a dedicated crew, though. No, it doesn't look like we do. I will... Oop, spilling stuff on the table. Right. I will make a quick log somewhere of how many crew capacity we are up to on the station, so we can keep track of it. Apologies, best drop something as well. I'm doing very well today. Right. Crew capacity so far. CC 3 from the first one. Okay. I will leave that there for the core because it will get heavy if we keep building upwards. Do we have a... Did we ever get that 2.5 meter fairing? We did. Okay. So we'll fit a small engine to it as well. We'll fit an RCS small set of thrusters. Oh, that's too big, apparently. Do we have any smaller ones? Maybe not. This, I believe, is RCS as well. Have we got a small amount? Oh, okay. Perhaps we will fit a small engine that is not RCS. We will fit a small set of engines on it because we'd like it to be able to move around a little bit on its own. I believe it is a 1.85 meter. Yeah. And of course it has to get up there. Try and paint it to at least sort of match the station. And I think a cheater engine will be a good bet. There we go. 2K Delta V, dearly. Cool, so that can also handle the orbital insertion. Right, so. Now we will need a decoupler. Can we finally use this one, or is this 1.5 meters? No, it's an awkward size. Oh, that's also awkward. We do want that one. We will indeed make that white and black then. Doesn't really match the aesthetic of the rest of it. You know what? We're going to design this with a decoupler as well. I want to have a nice looking station at the end of all this, so we'll do a... No, not that one. We need like an end cap. An end cap? Have we got a cupola? We do. It's too big. Okay. There we go. That'll be our end cap. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice. That adds a additional... How many crew? 1. Up to 4. Okay. Then we'll do a separator. That it definitely... Or decoupler. Anything that'll fit. I'll do. No, it won't. It looks awful. Right. Separator. Okay, yeah. Separator will definitely detach itself then from both sides. Is that really where that node is? It is. It just looks a bit close. Right. And we will put... if we have them yet. Do we have any small decoupling motors? We still have no Septrons, really. I would like some Septrons at this point. I really would like something that could kick that engine away from the rest of the body. I guess we could, I don't want it being left in orbit near the station. That actually will actively be in the way of docking. We might have to bring a couple of mites with us, which is tremendously big for a pair of Separatrons, but I guess we'll need it. I guess we could ditch a lot of their fuel and save a lot of weight. There we go. Tiny bit of fuel in each. What we'll do is we'll clip them partly inside and then rotate them. There we go. Those will, when it separates, they will chuck this thing out of the way. In fact, if we switch to a decoupler, I think separate it. The decoupler should work fine. Separate it. Will leave itself in orbit and make a mess. Decoupler. Yeah, that'll do. That's close enough anyway. Right. And we need another decoupler here. Nope, need that one. Decoupler. Right, there we go. Right, that's a little top heavy looking, but we'll go with it. Okay. Need to launch fairly high, so we'll give it a fairly decent launch stage. Thinking maybe even just two of these and a mainsail, if that's powerful enough. Or maybe even the twin bore. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll get it up there, no problem. It'll probably have a little bit left over, if anything, but that's fine. Yes, the twin bore is one of our newer engines. It's, I believe, two... I'm not sure what the engine is actually, but two larger engines anyway stuck together. Basically onto one mount is a nice reliable high power engine. Oh, the other thing we will want, we'll install now actually, while I'm thinking about it, is it's going to be a big station, it's going to be heavy, it will probably want its own dedicated SAS system. I'll add that in as well. I'll give it a bit more torque when it's trying to turn. Oh! Power generation! I knew we'd forgotten something. We don't have any power generation on it. We do also need that. Oh, we're getting heavy. Ah, we'll be on the weight limit. We might have to spend some of our money to upgrade our facilities then. So we have the technology to launch this, but not for the VAB to deal with it. Or the launch pad even. If we do that, yeah, there we go. It doesn't look like it's in the way of that. Yeah, that'll do. I don't need a huge amount of power generation on this. It'll put loads of batteries. It can passively regenerate over time. We'll put some solar panels on the modular sections. We'll probably try to do 4 sections coming off each limb that hold, what do we need, 50 people? If they hold about 12 people each, I think that'll be about right by the time we count the others, but I'll do the math later. Probably between episodes. So, let's... or possibly pause recording, but anyway. Oh, launch stability things. This is an awkwardly shaped rocket. This will need them. Right. That's how it's go. Oh, right, yeah. Right, yeah, we've got to sort that first. The game is trying to tell us we are launching too big. Right. I believe that is a... yes, it is a launch pad issue. Size and weight, unlimited. Yeah, we have the complete launch pad. Oh, the complete launch pad. We cannot afford to upgrade the VAB at the moment, but that's fine. We kind of don't need to. So, SS1 California. Again, just to annoy everybody. It needs to have a crew capacity of 50, but I don't believe it has to have 50 crew on board it at all times. What we will do... we'll launch up... this is a conundrum I have now. If I set up a pilot with every launch, we're going to eat into our crew capacity. Now, I don't know whether we'll need all of it. We'll set up a pilot for now. We might have to bring some of our pilots back, because we only have so many, even though we have a good amount of Kerbals. But I could always just launch another space camp. But yes. For now, we'll just launch a single pilot on board. One of our space cadets. I say cadets. They've all run missions, I think, at this point. They're basically all fully fledged Kerbal's astronauts at this point. Couldn't think of the name. I was about to say space suitists or something stupid like that. I was like, wait, no. That's not quite right. Local control. Oh, what? 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 Quick save. Launches up to 360. Engage. Okay, something's wrong. That doesn't look right. This might be that we have no one who can control it on board. In which case, what we will do is we'll fit it with an AI core. And then that will also sort of solve one of our other issues of having the pilots on board. But that was very weird. I think I've said bugs like that before. I've not seen that exact one. Right. Remote guidance unit. That one. Cool. AI certified. Root part. No, root part. AI core. Right. It should now be an AI ship, and it shouldn't have to worry about that issue again. Control port, default. Yeah. Oh, I see. You can invert your controls on it. Right. Let's try that again. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out again, or whatever that was, because that was weird. I think it was because it had crew on board, but they weren't in a controllable module, maybe? I don't know. It was very strange. Uh-oh. Oh, Kerbal's being screwy. Can we do anything? If we go there, the staging shot, the camera's freaked out. Really? Can we switch vessel? We cannot. Something's sport. That's... oh boy. Oh boy. Why game? Must be like this. It's going to be a real short series if we get to the one thing we want to do and then the entire game freaks out. It clearly doesn't like something about what's going on here. Cannot stage. Despite the fact we have control. The engine just cuts despite having fuel. What is... what? Why? What is wrong? Right. Back to vehicle assembly. Sorry, I don't know what that groan sounded like on the thing, but... oh boy. Right. So, it doesn't like this craft, for whatever reason. I do not know what the issue is. Is it universal storage again? We did have some issues with that before, right, if I remember correctly? Tell you what. Attach all this. Because the universal storage cores don't even show up properly in the editor like they're supposed to. We have just that. For now, we just strapped some of these around it. For power. Then we save and we try and launch again. I have a suspicion it's something to do with universal storage. The mod supposedly works, but I'm pretty sure there's a few iffy bits about it. I'm not 100% on that, don't quote me, but see what it does. It could be it doesn't like this craft. I have sometimes had crafts that just don't seem to want to load regardless, and I just have to build from scratch. It shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't be loading up some of the UI before it loads fully. So I have a feeling it's going to be broken again, so perhaps it's not that. It is not. It's this craft it doesn't like, and I don't know why. I don't know which bit of it doesn't like. Alright. we will return to vehicle assembly, and we will quickly rebuild as a new craft that is similar, but maybe a little bit different, and we'll see if we can get it to work this time. So, new craft. We load the old one, and we just delete everything on it. We'll call it the BF for bug fix. The whole lot. Gotta go. Right. We will start with the remote guidance unit this time. You can actually start with the... we should probably start with the larger profile one as well. So, we will start with this. We will want a station core on it, which was... here. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was here somewhere. Right. We will then attach our makeshift multi-docking node thing, whatever you call it. Is there an alternative? There is that one, but it's bigger. No, we'll stick with that one. Just make sure it launches first, and then we'll worry about decorating it out. Might even go insulated on this one actually, because I suppose it makes sense. It's got to have crew on board for a long period of time. Wants to stay warm, so I might even change my decision on that. We'll try different docking nodes. These ones actually have a little bit of a party trick in that they extend outwards. They look kind of neat. They match the aesthetic. Even though they are a bit chunkier. We'll try that. Then we need 4 antennas. We'll stay simple on that. Go for these. But put them somewhere where they're actually attached to it. Okay. Electrical. Again, we'll stick a load of those in that sort of waste section because they look about right there. Power generation, we will use... we'll maybe use the larger panels. Yeah, that looks about right. Does cover up that little technical section, but it still looks fine. And we'll do a little adapter for a top docking node. And maybe a bottom one as well, actually. In fact, yeah, let's use that. We need the same amount of crew, so for now we'll stick with that up top. I'll do the top, and then we'll put a docking node and adapter on the bottom. Yeah, that's right. And then... okay, maybe not that one, though, because you apparently can't attach to that. In the editor, at least. Yeah, it's more of a utility one anyway, so we use the more standard docking ports. So, save that. We try to launch with no crew. Does it launch, and what does it do? We will also need a conventional antenna outside the craft to get it up to orbit. And we will launch while our relay satellite is overhead. We'll actually specifically wait for that to come into our transmission range, because we had trouble with that before. And hopefully that will relay signal out to us while we do our launch. We didn't launch that for no reason. We did send it up there with a purpose. Right, what happens now? Is it gonna, if it bugs out again, which it just has, I will try rebooting the game as well to see if it is just a case of it's been running for a little while and something has snapped. Yeah, so we'll... can we do any of this stuff? Yeah, it's not like we don't have any control. Okay. I will try. I will save this. I will do a restart, and we will come back and we will see if that's fixed either issue. If it hasn't, it could be something's up with these station parts. But I really don't know, unfortunately. Which I hope it's not these station parts, because I really wanted to use these. They're kind of cool looking. Like, you can see they look like a space station, but right. Give me... well, it'll be longer than this in my time, but give me 1 minute in your... or 1 second in your time, and we'll see if that fixes it. Alright, welcome back. We've reloaded the California 1, and it just worked. I don't know what that was about, but it was clearly just some kind of weird bug, because I reloaded it and it just worked fine. So I guess it was just something to do with Kerbal having been running too long, which I don't quite get. So, as said, we need to wait until our satellite is overhead, the SO1 transmit, to make sure we will definitely have a signal while we're launching to high altitude. Right, the transmit has just came into signal range. We will now launch. We should be able to relay through it. Now, the only thing I have realised is we don't have the external antenna, but I'll see what happens when we launch, so otherwise it can revert. 3, 2, 1, launch, question mark. We still have a signal. Good. That's interesting because this is almost a one-stage rocket. It's 90% this large bottom stage. New engine seems to be working perfectly fine. It's not fancy particularly, it's just a normal Keralox engine, but... or two of them, I suppose, but it seems to be doing exactly what we need it to. So yes, this, as mentioned, will be the core of the station. We'll be attaching the other parts to this. Nope, signal's gone. Okay, we do have to have an exterior antenna. We are going to have that problem again. I guess it's got a small built-in antenna in the probe core, I think, that still works, and then that loses signal a little ways away from the launch pad. So, we need a fixed part. Yep, that should do it. I believe that's the one that doesn't have to move. That should be enough to take us up. And then again, once we could deactivate, once we could detach the what do you call it, the fairing, then we can extend the other antennas. Hopefully our electrical generation ability will be okay. We don't have a tremendous amount of solar panels, but like I say, we're going to expand on that with the future crafts. We'll design a generic, like I say, I think a 12-man pod would be enough, right, for the other 4 parts, because then we'll get, that would take us up to about 48, and we've already got 4 crew on this, and that should, yeah, that would do it. Okay. So up to 360, but do not launch yet. Wait for our satellite to come overhead and gain connection to the Space Center. Right, 3, 2, 1, launch. We can't wait around because we need to go while that satellite's still got connection. Or we'll lose the ability to circularize. We might also, in the next episode, perhaps expand the satellite relay a bit. Once we've got a few up, the others could start to like raise their altitude and we'll still have connection. So what we'll try and do is maybe get 1 up and then, or get 3 up in a triangle and then start to boost their altitude because they've got fuel on board still. But at the moment, due to connection, we have to launch very low. Or perhaps just launch a second lot that go higher, but we'll see. See what we're doing cost-wise and everything. Yeah, we haven't lost connection this time, so I believe it's working as intended. We're going to launch 360. We're not going to launch much higher than the required minimum, because we don't want to use too much fuel. Therefore, it costs us a lot of money. It's a very screamy engine, this one. It's generating a lot of thrust, though, almost 2,000. Our slightly club-looking missile. Missile? No missiles here, nothing to worry about. No, our rocket. It's a bit... we had a little bit club-looking, but it seems to be working, so that's the main thing. It's a lot more aerodynamic than what's inside of it, at any rate. Right, we're past 100. But of course we have a bit further to burn on this one. Nearly out of the atmosphere anyway, so that's one of the main things. I'm hoping that this fuel tank will burn up pretty much as we hit 350, but I'm actually not sure it's going to. 360. Yeah, I think we're going to have to bring it with us, although it seems like we have a good deal of control over it, at least while it's running. Yeah, that's deployed. Slightly meager collective solar panels is exposed, at least. We did definitely put antenna on this, right? Where did we put them? Did we seriously not put any antenna on it? Did we forget to add those? Or re-add them? I think we might have, you know. Okay, we're definitely going to need to bring some antennas with us then, because I believe we're going to disconnect it once we get to the very top of our orbit. We'll be disconnecting our only connection. Not ideal. Are we indeed relaying through the satellite? We are, a little bit. We currently still have connection, but it may be a problem. If we can't do this, we will indeed have to go back and spend next episode boosting up our relay a bit. Triangulating it so we always have a signal and everything. And again, we can start to launch higher off the back of the initial lot. Hopefully, It should be enough. Yes, it is triangulating, so that's something. It is actually relaying. Okay, sent to high altitude. We're going to lose connection. No, we still have a signal. No, we don't. Okay. We are indeed going to need to... Well, it's not been the most successful episode, I have to admit. Although unsuccessful more because of technical issues than any actual problems. So, as indeed suggested, we're going to have to launch some more relay satellites and improve our network, because at the moment we're just not getting a good signal. But hopefully you've enjoyed what stuff we did get from that one. And I'll see you guys all again next time, where we'll be launching a few more satellites.